Welcome to News 3 Now this morning here on a busy Wednesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Greg Barnard is here with your first warn weather. Well, we were dreaming of a white Christmas, and we're going to get it. We're going to get it, that and more.
I said last week this was going to stay, and it's going to. But it's going to get blown around quite a bit, too. So that's the main thing. But, yeah, we got the snow coming really this evening for the first round, but that's really not going to be the main issue we're going to talk about more is the winds and the wind chill tomorrow. We are starting off cold. It's clear skies overnight, fresh snow cover. Obviously, it's winter solstice, so the sun's not up as much, so the nights are longer. We get some sub-zero temperatures right now. They've improved a little bit, but still negative temperatures we're going to have. The alert day goes in effect tonight because of the snow starting 1 to 4 tonight, but then really tomorrow, that's when the conditions really deteriorate quite rapidly with the winds gusting, the low visibility, and the dangerous wind chills that could go as low as 40 below at times as we get towards nighttime. So travel impacts today, not much. Today's definitely the day to take care of things. Just being snow later tonight, this evening, not going to be a huge issue until overnight. Once you wake up tomorrow, we could have some snow-covered roads with 1 to 4 inches of fluffy snow, but the winds are not the story tonight. That's really tomorrow. You look at the big picture right now, blizzard conditions already, blizzard warnings out to the west. They're going to have ground blizzard conditions continue. Winter storm warnings are in the pink. Winter storm watches or winter weather advisories now for out east. Everyone will probably have winter storm warnings. Once again, the main issue is going to be low visibility, blizzard type conditions, and the dangerous wind chills. Right now, snow is just starting to spread into Wisconsin. I'll time out when to expect the first round, as long as when we're going to expect those dangerous wind chills a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg. Airports and airlines are scrambling ahead of the storm, preparing really for the worst.
There is a narrow window left for travelers to beat the winter weather. Shane Hogan is live at Dane County Regional Airport with the latest from there. Hi, Shane.
Hey, that's right, guys. Yeah, we're live here at Dane County Regional Airport. Right now, things are looking pretty good. The crowd has significantly decreased. These lines have gotten a lot shorter, so that's a good sign that things are moving relatively quickly here at Dane County. The first flight out just left about 20 minutes ago. That was headed to Atlanta, Georgia. And again, everything else scheduled for today is on time. So if you are one of the lucky people that is scheduled to leave today, you should be good to go. Again, Greg, you just heard from him. Thursday, Friday, that's when the weather is going to get much worse. Those are the 2 days that the airport is really focusing on, 2 of the busiest travel days of the entire year. Now, we came to see what some people would be doing, and it looks like if you're getting here early, you're going to be doing just fine. These lines, again, much shorter right now. We had a decent rush about 30, 45 minutes ago, but again, things have really slowed down. So right now, Wednesday, today, looking pretty good. All eyes, though, on tomorrow and Friday. Coming up in just about a half hour, we're going to hear from some airport officials about what the airport is doing to prepare for tomorrow and Friday and what you should know if you are scheduled to travel those days. Guys?
All right, Shane Hogan live from Dane County Regional Airport. Thank you.
The Dane County Regional Airport isn't alone in preparing for this winter surge. The Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport is gearing up for this busy weekend. They are in an all-hands-on-deck approach, urging flyers to be patient.
We'll have extra staff on hand in our lobbies, at our checkpoints, at the check-in counters, again, waiting for what should be a very busy couple days. Keep in contact with your airline how you do that and make sure that you be prepared to be flexible.
Despite the winter weather warnings in place, MSP is expecting more than 30,000 passengers at the airport on Thursday and Friday.
If you're looking to change your travel plans, some experts recommend that now is the time to switch those plans, as United, American, and Southwest have all posted travel waivers for those flying to, from, or through many U.S. airports. The waivers typically allow passengers to rebook without change fees or fare increases. As of yesterday morning, Delta Airlines issued a travel advisory as well and waiver information for 2 airports in the Northwest, though, Portland and Seattle. Other airlines like JetBlue, Alaska, and Spirit are also issuing waivers to change flights in certain airports on certain dates. To find details, you can check out that airline's website.
Despite the current forecast, in a tweet, the University of Wisconsin-Madison says it will be holding normal operations for the conclusion of final exams on Thursday, as well as for business on Friday.
After not hearing from their professors about changing a Wednesday night final, some students voiced their frustration with a TikTok video that blew up with the same problem. Professors have been getting back to them and accommodating all concerned students by adjusting exams, either canceling them or moving them online.
My professor was very good about being accommodating. He had the final exam online. It's been a little bit of a hassle, but I was able to find a flight pretty easily.
With housing closing for winter break on Friday, too, the university is allowing students with travel delays to stay. And with the cold temperatures in the forecast, many are looking to stay warm. The Madison Fire Department, though, has some advice to keep you safe. Bill Sullivan, a fire protection engineer, says they see an increase in fires from heating systems when it gets this cold. Fires from candles and electrical devices as well. He says candles are actually the leading cause of house fires this time of year. As for fireplaces, Sullivan says one of the most important things is to properly dispose of the ashes.
See a bigger issue with people think that they're out and there might be a spark hidden in it. Then they go out and they put it in their garbage can, and that spark can last in there for several hours before it ignites some other products in the garbage.
Space heaters too. Please, folks, be careful with those space heaters over the next few days. Sullivan also says you should have your fireplace cleaned about once a year.
For more comprehensive coverage and preparation for this storm, we now have a dedicated page on our website. There you can find out all of our reporting and get your latest alert day forecast updates. It can be found on channel3000.com.
Other top headlines this morning, a Marquette County Sheriff's deputy suffering some minor injuries when their squad car was hit on Interstate 39 Friday. The sheriff's office says the deputy was helping a driver on the interstate Friday night when a passing vehicle hit the squad car. The deputy was inside this vehicle at the time and had their emergency lights on. Photos from the sheriff's office show the squad car suffered some pretty bad damage in the crash.
A Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy injured in a crash over the weekend has been released from the hospital. Deputy Brian Severson is home and is expected to make a full recovery, but he will be out from work, quote, for some time. He was hit while helping a tow truck driver along I-94 Sunday morning. Both Severson and the driver of the other vehicle were injured and taken to the hospital.
6:07 now. A proposed zoning change has a number of Madisonians worried about midnight parties next door. But the city says it's a movement to increase equity. Tahilil Moholdin took a look at the city proposal to change a decades-old zoning law.
It's a proposal to change a zoning code that's been in place since the 60s.
There's issues of noise. There's trash.
Right now, over 1/3 of the city of Madison doesn't allow more than 2 unrelated renters to live together. But if you own the home that you live in those areas, that limit is 5. The proposal city leaders are considering would change the renting limit to 5 as well, in the name of equity.
We know a way a lot of low-income households try to afford to live somewhere that's expensive like Madison is by splitting the rent.
But people who live in the areas closest to campus, like Regent neighborhood resident Doug Raubel, have some reservations. He says while his community supports the city's goal, many aren't sure they're going about it the right way.
At best, it will not improve accessibility to housing in those areas. And at worst, it will actually make it more expensive.
Instead of low income or people of color, as the city intends, Raubel is worried the change will lead to an influx of students.
I don't want to have a beer party going on next door until midnight.
So he's asking the city to reconsider.
They seem to have some difficulty recognizing that the area around campus and the pressures put on them by student housing are real.
City leaders admit the zoning code was first created to serve that exact purpose, to keep students from taking over. But they're convinced enough has changed since 1966.
Thousands of new apartments being built, many of them student-oriented in our downtown area. And so we think a lot of the pressures that there used to be on adjacent neighborhoods are much less than they once were.
That was Tahilil Moholdin reporting. That zoning proposal is set to be heard by the Plan Commission mid-February and the Common Council at the end of the month for consideration. And more local news this morning. You can celebrate the winter solstice tonight at Olbrich Park. The annual get-together is a celebration of community, nature, humanity, and life on Earth. As always, there will be a big bonfire, music, and hot chocolate cider. It's free to attend and runs this evening from 4 to 7 o'clock. Again, it's at Olbrich Park on Lake Monona.
Shortest day of the year.
Yeah, a lot of people take this seriously. A reason to celebrate.
A reason, there you go. Reason for the season. All right, coming up in the 608, we have a preview of the 2022 Holiday Blood Drive happening later this week.
And let's take a live look outside this morning at your traffic. Not much going on out there right now. We're focused on the alert days in the forecast. We're going to focus on the wind chills and the timing when we come back.
Stubborn fat, I always felt self-conscious. I couldn't wear the clothes I wanted to wear, and it was so frustrating.
I worked so hard. By working out, by dieting, that stubborn fat was just not going anywhere.
I had this vision of how I wanted to look. I didn't feel like myself, so I did what I needed to do. I called Sono Bello. Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist because it works.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently.
Sono Bello removed this big pooch right here. I have curves. I have exactly the body I've always wanted.
I got myself back, my shape back, but most of all, my confidence back.
I lost 4 inches off my waist. Going to Sono Bello has completely changed my life. Just look at me.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-510-6198 or go to sonobello.com.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under-eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. And what I love about Plexiderm is this is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under-eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more." It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it and I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines, like, it's amazing.
You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, I'm telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back, 6:13. We are in the 608 with a great way for you to give back this weekend. You can give something that means something this Christmas season. We're looking ahead to the 37th annual Madison Holiday Blood Drive by the American Red Cross on Friday. The Holiday Blood Drive is the largest one-day blood drive in the Wisconsin region. More than 700 community members rolling up a sleeve to help save lives each year. This blood drive provides an opportunity to start a new holiday tradition or continue an existing one by donating blood. And when you choose to give blood, your gift can bring comfort and hope to hospital patients in need this time of year. Donating blood to the Red Cross is a simple act of kindness you can do in about an hour. So this festive blood drive provides an opportunity for eligible donors to give blood on Friday, December 23rd. It's happening from 7 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon at the Exhibition Hall of the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Appointments are encouraged, but walk-ins are welcomed. Last year, 755 life-saving donations were collected at the blood drive, which was the highest number of donations collected in more than 20 years. Unfortunately, the weather, I think, is going to be playing a role this year, but hopefully we can still make a huge impact here in the 608.
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, this is such a vital need for them, especially this time of year. Their biggest donation, their biggest drive of the year happening on one of the worst weather days.
Yes, yeah. Right now it is still on, but stay tuned to that. I don't know if they would maybe perhaps reschedule it into next week if it doesn't look good, which right now it's questionable. So, well, we'll have to wait and see. All right. Remember, you can always let me know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on my social media or email for a chance to be featured.
Yeah, it's Thursday and Friday. We are worried the most about. Greg has his focus squarely on that this morning. Hey there, Greg.
Yeah, it's going to be really the story for the next several days, unfortunately, until we get to Christmas here with this winter storm coming on. It's going to encompass a lot of the Midwest, Northern Plains, and the eastern part of the U.S. Right now, winter storm warnings go into effect 6 p.m. for our first round of snow coming. Winter storm watch for the rest of the areas more for tomorrow afternoon through Friday night. That's because of the strong wind combination with the wind chill. We also got a winter weather advisory for tonight for most of Dane County East because of that snow overnight. It just doesn't picture this right now because the winter storm watch is overhead. The alert day goes in effect, like I said. Accumulating snow, we still have a period of it, but once we get past tomorrow afternoon, the accumulating snow is really not going to be the issue anymore, and it really wasn't the main problem with the storm. It's going to be the blowing and drifting winds and those dangerous wind chills that really tomorrow afternoon through Friday and continuing Saturday. We will see a little snow, but that's really not the main impact from this, the most dangerous part. First wave of snow comes in here. You can see approaching southwest Wisconsin later this evening. Around after the evening rush for Madison, it'll spread northeast. We'll give us some light snow, not a wind issue as much. We'll see a break, and then another wave comes up towards more south central and southeastern Wisconsin and more tomorrow afternoon and evening. Once we get past that, you can see we don't have much in the way of snow through Friday. It's just the winds continue to crank. Not even much cloud cover, but it could be ground blizzard type conditions out to the west just because of these winds. So that's what really we're going to be dealing with. Today we'll see temperatures climb up into the single digits here by noon, into the teens slowly as the system begins to approach. Right there about 5 to 6, you'll start seeing the first wave of snow come in southwest Wisconsin. And then, like I said, by the time we get after the evening, we should start seeing it spread into south central. And then everyone overnight will see this light snow. With the winds, not a problem. They start really pulling down those north winds. It'll be late tomorrow morning into about noon for southwest. More afternoon for Madison, and then they'll start increasing, and that's when the problems start coming. We'll have another wave of snow come up later, but once again, accumulating snow is not going to be the problem as much. We'll get about 2 to 4 out to the west, maybe 1 to 2 by tomorrow morning, so once again, snow-covered roads could be an issue. It's going to be light and fluffy type of snow, but not the wind as much, so something to keep in mind up tomorrow morning. We'll see more snow out the period, but here's the wind chills, give you an idea. Through the period, we're going to see 30 to 40 below at times all the way through Friday. Once again, life-threatening if you're stuck out there with these type of conditions. So something to keep in mind of. That continues all the way through Saturday. Christmas looks a little bit calmer, and then we have improvements next week, more mild temperatures, getting back to freezing with some precipitation. I didn't have time to throw in that Christmas slide that shows you what we saw the last 5 Christmases, but venture guess what was the high temperature last year?
Last year, let's see.
Wasn't it really mild?
It was very mild, right around freezing. On Christmas Day, is that right?
It was 43.
43.
Just a little difference this year.
Just a little.
Gosh. All right. Greg Barnhart with your first word forecast. Thank you, Greg.
It's been a while since the Packers won multiple games in a row, and when I say a while, I mean the first month of the season. But after taking care of the Rams in prime time, the Pack now have back-to-back wins and have kept their chances of making the playoffs alive. While the defense held LA to just 12 points, carrying the Packers to their 6th win of the year is the dynamic duo of A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. Dillon making a huge impact on short yardage. Just 36 rushing yards, but he finds the end zone twice, while Jones hauls in the Pack's one and only receiving touchdown. With another win on the schedule, Aaron Rodgers was all smiles on the Pat McAfee show yesterday.
It was a must-win for us. It was a game we should have won at home against a team that hasn't had a great season. So, you know, for us, it's a good step. You know, we expect to win those type of games, even though we've obviously had up and down season, a little frustrating at times. But it sets us up for more meaningful games.
And it's going to be a quick turnaround for the Packers. They head to Miami to face the Dolphins on Christmas. Green Bay heads to the Sunshine State with a 2-game win streak going, while the Finns are riding a 3-game skid, the first time playing one another since 2018. Well, it's official. Jonathan Taylor is being put on the injured reserve. He will miss the rest of the season. The former Badger heads to the IR with reports of a high ankle sprain. Now, he ends the year with 861 rushing yards with 4 scores. On the receiving side, Taylor had 28 catches for 143 yards. Badger men's basketball returns to action on Friday against Grambling State, and in celebration of 125 years of the program, the team is naming Trayvon Hughes as its honorary captain. Hughes played in 132 games during his time at UW, 100 of those as a starter. He also ranks 21st in program history for all-time points with 1,339. And with the weather moving through the next couple of days, the women's team has moved up its game with Valparaiso tomorrow. Tip-off is now set for noon at the Kohl Center. The Badgers are hoping to move back into the win column after a double-digit loss to in-state rival UW Green Bay last week. Back to you.
Thanks, Jordan. Coming up, why it's starting to look a lot like the new year.
And here's a live look at the Dane County Regional Airport at this hour. Many travelers are trying to figure out what to do to beat this winter storm. Shane Hogan is there for a live update at 6:30. Stick around.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Shopco Optical.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off, and as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick Pen with your order. The Quick Stick Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
They always say Kim never sticks to her New Year's resolutions. But this year, she's resolved to save money and worry less. And with the new Volkswagen SUV, she can save on maintenance over the next 5 years. So who knows where Kim's resolutions might take her year after year. At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you too can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Taos for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing. Limited inventory available.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Welcome back. 624. It is a sure sign that we're about to turn the page on 2022 and head into the new year.
Take a look at what just arrived in Times Square, the 2023 numbers. Workers traveled with them across the country. As a matter of fact, they started in LA and then made stops in Nevada, Tennessee, DC, and Pennsylvania for holiday festivities before getting to their final destination in New York. The numbers will be on display through Friday, and then workers will place them on top of One Times Square, where they will be part of the city's traditional ball drop.
I didn't realize that they took a whole trip across the country. That's kind of cool.
That is quite a trek. When I was a kid, I always thought when they dropped the ball, like they really dropped it. like they hoisted it up on a crane.
Let it go.
And then they let it go, and then it crashed onto the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine my disappointment when I watched it for the first time. Just like, it was so anticlimactic.
I know. It drops very
Chris,
slow.
so disappointed.
I know, and I thought it was an apple for some reason. I thought they dropped
like
the
that.
apple in the big apple.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's a fun image, but...
Sure. That's the image that still plays in my head when I think about the countdown to New Year's Eve. All
Yeah,
right.
crazy to talk about New Year's already as we have to get through Christmas. And I mean, this is, I hate to say getting through Christmas, but over the next few days, I mean, this is going to get really, really dicey for folks.
It is, through Saturday, too. And even Saturday, once the wind stops, it's still going to be going Saturday. That's the one problem. Bus stop forecast, I know some are still in school, probably the last day. If you're not, then you probably won't have school tomorrow anyway. But we're looking at good conditions, cold, but snow holds off. And then, like I said, there's the alert date. Snow tonight. That's not going to be as big as an issue, 1 to 4 inches. So some commute problems maybe tomorrow. It's the winds tomorrow afternoon and those wind chills through Friday, dangerously cold, 40 below, blizzard type of conditions. It's going to last maybe through Saturday. Regardless, you might see the sun Saturday. You'll still be having visibility issues out there with blowing and drifting of the snow.
Yeah, because it's going to be so cold. The snow is going to be really light.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
it's going to be blowing around like crazy.
All right, folks, we're going to help you plan out the next couple of days here. Don't go anywhere.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
My favorite time of year is finally here. Toyotathon is on. Who's crafty?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
My brother got me this ring when he was serving overseas. He didn't make it home, but his best friend makes sure I got it. I guess this ring is double special to me because it introduced me to the man that would become my husband, and it was the last gift that I got from my brother and my hero.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
For every holiday, for everyone. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. This season, choose Flex Buy on a 2022 Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months at your local Ford dealer, and shine bright.
When the weather gets cold, springs break.
Fixing broken garage doors, that's all we do here at Precision.
Our vehicles are literally like a warehouse on wheels. We can fix a broken spring the same day and get you on your way.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want
Canulty inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me May 2nd through the 12th as we tour Scotland and Northern Ireland. This trip is rich with history, exploring places like the Edinburgh Castle and the Titanic Belfast Museum. We'll also enjoy the gorgeous scenery and friendly people of these two unique countries. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information.
My favorite time of year is finally here. Toyotathon is on. Who's crafty?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan and roadside assistance. Toyota, let's go places.
So far, so good. We are live from Dane County Regional Airport. If you're traveling today, all things on time. But what you need to know if you're heading out of town tomorrow or Friday.
Also this morning, some UW-Madison students battling finals week and Mother Nature, how they're trying to get out of town before the winter storm.
And it's not just snow slowing things down. What experts say you can do to prevent issues from the extreme cold on the way.
And today's the day, really the last day to make final preparations for that wind and that wind chill coming. I'll time out when to expect the snow tonight, but more importantly, how cold those wind chills get and how strong those winds get tomorrow.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this winter solstice. It is Wednesday, December 21st. So there's some good news for you. Today is the least amount of daylight that we have.
You start going the other way.
We go the other way. I'm trying to give us a little bit of a bright spot.
There we go. We need something.
But we do.
We need something. I got a feeling that a lot of stores and gas stations are going to be pretty busy today with everybody preparing for that big storm.
Even yesterday was insane, I mean, that's a good thing, right? People are getting ready.
Exactly, but once word spreads, then everyone really starts getting into gear, too. And that's really the thing, is today is really the last day we're going to see that really calm conditions right now for driving wise. You should be pretty good, and really I've kind of put up that gas thing right there, because today is really the day to gas up, anything to gas up, because it just makes it easier. You don't have to worry about that the next 2 days. The snow will start coming this evening, but it won't be much of a road issue, probably overnight. The winds will not be the issue tonight with that first round of snow. Radar, you just start seeing the snow hitting into getting approached to Minneapolis. That's going to be the first round coming through us later tonight, maybe 1 to 4. Right now we're starting out cold, clear skies, fresh snow cover, winter solstice, long nights. A lot of our temperatures get below 0 right now. We're going to start climbing back out of that, so we plan our day out. We should be getting up to the upper teens, but that'll be late this afternoon or this evening. Snow starts coming in. Once again, look at the winds. Will not be an issue today or really tonight. They'll be just out of the east. We're not going to expect those northerly winds really tomorrow, and that's the alert day for tonight. But the conditions really deteriorate tomorrow morning, late tomorrow morning into early afternoon, and then all the way through Friday. Blizzard-type conditions with those winds, but more of those wind chills could be negative 40 at times. That lasts through Saturday. Once again, traffic-wise right now out there, there's not much going on. Good weather conditions, no accidents to speak of. If we zoom out right now, everything is looking good, so it's a good, perfect time. There's your large complex of a storm, kind of disorganized. I'll time out when to expect that first round of snow, along with when we'll see those wind chills and winds tomorrow a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg Barnhart. 6:32 now. Ahead of the storm, airports and airlines are preparing for the worst.
There's a narrow window left for travelers to beat the winter weather. Shane Hogan is live at Dane County Airport with how things are looking at this hour. Shane.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. That narrow window, including this morning. So far, things are going very smooth here at Dane County Regional Airport. We saw that morning rush that came in about an hour ago. Things have really calmed down since then. They're expecting a midday rush as well. But again, all things on time so far here today for Dane County Regional Airport. But the focus is tomorrow and Friday. So I want to welcome in Michael Rikers here with the airport administration. Michael, we're focusing on these 2 days, 2 of the busiest travel days of the year. What's the airport doing to prepare for what's ahead?
Really, the preparation started earlier in the week, getting all the equipment ready that clears the airfield free from snow, and also planning for staff. We were pretty light staffed earlier in the week, so that later in the week when the snow comes, we go into a 24-hour staffing cycle. So we wanted to make sure our staff were well rested and ready to go for the week.
Something we talked about earlier was, just kind of being able to clean that snow throughout the whole day, but then we're really focusing on these winds, heavy winds that are coming as well. What's the process with that and making sure these flights get out on time?
Yeah, really the goal is to clear the runway. So it doesn't matter if the snow is falling from the sky or blowing in due to the winds. The point is to clear the runway so it's safe for planes to take off and land. So that's what our crews are trained and ready to do, and we'll be doing, for the next few days.
Definitely. Now, a lot of passengers are coming. So far today, things have been going pretty smooth, but tomorrow and Friday, that's where, things might get a little bit messy. What are some tips, some advice that you have to kind of take down the stress for holiday travel?
Absolutely. We're encouraging passengers to be proactive. Take a hard look at your travel plans. If they are flexible, look at rebooking. The airlines are doing really generous rebooking options right now. But if your travel plans can't move, try to arrive early. Signing up for pre-check. It might be late for this trip if you're not already enrolled in pre-check, but that can help alleviate some stress, get through the lines a little quicker, and get to your gate on time.
We talked to a few travelers who are really happy that they're they're leaving today. For the folks that are still scheduled for tomorrow, what are some things that they can do? You know, some folks said we usually get here about an hour early, but for holidays, it's getting here earlier than that.
Yeah, absolutely. At least an hour and a half, and that's just arriving to the airport. So please give yourself plenty of time. The roads, you know, no one knows really what the roads are going to be like yet, so take plenty of time, and be in touch with your airline too. They're the best source of information for your flight status. So check with your airlines, make sure your flight's still on time, and get here safely.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. Keeping that open discussion with your airlines, really important. And again, checking the roads, accounting for that time, and a really good resource, downloading our Channel 3000 weather app. You can stay on top of all of this if you are still planning to travel today, tomorrow, or Friday. But again, right now, things are looking pretty good from Dane County Regional Airport. Guys?
Thanks, Shane. I'm wondering, you can get the runways clear all you want, but with those winds as strong as they're being forecasted, if planes will even be able to take off.
It'll be something to watch, or land, yeah.
Yeah, so we appreciate Shane's reporting, and we'll, of course, keep an eye on everything happening at Dane County Regional Airport over the next couple of days.
Despite this forecast, in a tweet, the University of Wisconsin-Madison says it will be holding normal operations for the conclusion of final exams on Thursday, as well as for business on Friday. Some students are voicing their frustration with the TikTok video, which blew up, with others sharing the same problem. We're told professors have been getting back to them and accommodating, but that, coupled with the winter weather, has pushed the envelope to find a safe way home.
And it's kind of crazy that just based on your class, you could lose an entire week of being with your family.
Even though housing closes on winter break for Friday, the university is allowing students with travel delays to stay. They just have to email Resident Life to confirm those arrangements.
That big winter storm hitting out west first. Colorado Governor Jared Polis putting in a request to activate the National Guard ahead of the storm. More than 100 National Guard members will be leading the efforts in rescue operations for stranded motorists and assisting with warming shelters.
It is not just snow slowing things down. The extreme cold is causing issues as well. Experts reminding you to take care of your pipes, specifically from this Arctic blast. Water pipes and water meters can freeze within a few hours of exposure to cold air. And with the high winds part of the forecast, power outages are a fear. We got reminders on how to keep your pipes safe.
Don't open any doors, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot you can do if your power goes out. Keeping your house a little bit warmer, so if you do have a temporary outage, the walls and everything are warm.
Experts say you should also learn how to turn your water off from inside the home in the event of a pipe break. Remember, you can always stay on top of the changing conditions by downloading the free First Warn Weather app. Just search for WISC Weather in your app store.
6:37 now, and other top stories this morning. Milwaukee officers involved in a shooting that left a 66-year-old man dead inside of a veteran's home. Police say they were called for an active shooter at Vets Place Central early yesterday morning, which provides transitional and long-term housing for veterans, including the victim. Police said that the man pointed a gun at officers, and that's when one of the officers fired and killed the man. No one else was hurt.
Kenosha authorities say a gunman opened fire on police Monday night before police returned fire, leaving the suspected gunman dead at the scene. Kenosha police and the Kenosha County Sheriff's Office responded to that call of an active shooter near 13th Avenue and 56th Street. When they arrived, police say they were shot at by the suspect and returned fire. No law enforcement personnel were injured during the incident. 3 others were reportedly injured and are reported to be in varying conditions at area hospitals.
One of 2 men involved in a fatal shooting that happened last 4th of July will be back in court today. 26-year-old Christopher Somerset is facing a count of intentional homicide. He and Avion Little are accused of shooting and killing a 22-year-old in the parking lot of a gas station. A criminal complaint says police were able to identify the 2 suspects via surveillance video. Somerset has a scheduling conference scheduled for 8:15 this morning. It is 6:38 here on your Wednesday morning. You are starting off with some very cold temperature. Greg is updating those alert days, including the intense wind chills coming up next.
Plus, the latest on a Tamiflu shortage hitting pharmacies hard across the nation. We'll be right back.
At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Taos for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available.
When it shines
Christmas with your love, it's more than a gift.
I get to see what Santa left for me.
Get ready for the Harlem Globetrotters 2023 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. All new, nonstop action, amazing basketball skills, and more. Playing Alliant Energy Center on December 30th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers can get 3.99% financing plus $500 red tag bonus cash on all Equinox models, or get $1,500 total cash allowance when you find your red tag. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing. Limited inventory available.
And we are keeping you ahead of a potentially dangerous storm coming through the southern part of Wisconsin. Traveling when the storm arrives will be very dangerous, so keywords here are don't do it. But if you must travel, make sure you have a winter survival kit in your vehicle. Go to channel3000.com for a list of items you should have. Stay connected with First Warn Weather during the storm events and download the First Warn Weather app to help keep you ahead of the storm.
Watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back, 642. There's a great way for you to give back ahead of the holiday weekend in the 608. This morning, we're looking ahead to the 37th annual Madison Holiday Blood Drive by the American Red Cross on Friday. The Holiday Blood Drive is the largest one-day blood drive in Wisconsin. More than 700 community members rolling up a sleeve to help save lives each year. This blood drive provides an opportunity to start a new holiday tradition or continue an existing one by donating blood. When you choose to give blood, you can give comfort and hope to hospital patients in need. Donating blood to the Red Cross is a simple act of kindness you could do, and it only takes about an hour. So this festive blood drive this year having a great opportunity. Friday, December 23rd from 7 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. This is at Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center. Appointments are encouraged, but walk-ins are welcomed, but they're really hoping for those appointments. Last year, 755 life-saving donations were collected at the blood drive, which was the highest number of donations collected in more than 20 years. And that blood need, very dire this time of the year, too. Unfortunately, the weather is not looking like it's going to be great. It is still on, but do stay tuned to that if there is a chance for postponement there.
Yeah, you'd hate for them to cancel it, but again, if they do postpone it, if they're able to do that, they're going to be able to get more blood, and they're going to be able to get more donations. So that's a tough decision that the Red Cross is going to have to make. And if that does change, we'll, of course, let you know.
Yeah, you know, and obviously last year they had such a, great donation that hopefully I know they were trying to keep that going. So we'll see what happens. Remember to let me know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email for a chance to be featured. Well, this morning, a Tamiflu shortage continues to impact pharmacies across the nation. Due to the supply issues, stores are having a tough time keeping it in stock. According to SSM Health's Dr. David Ottenbaker, it could be a while before supplies get back to normal.
In years past, we've had some minor shortages, but nothing like this. And we expect this to be, during the whole influenza season for us, that this is not a 1 or 2 week shortage. This will probably go through the influenza season this year.
Meanwhile, CVS and Walgreens are limiting how much ibuprofen and acetaminophen for children you can buy. For CVS, shoppers can get 2 each. Online orders at Walgreens are limited to 6 over-the-counter pain and fever relief products.
It is tough getting any kind of children's cold medicine this time of year. I know we've experienced some problems. Hopefully they get that figured out sooner rather than later. All right, let's get to the forecast. Greg Barnhart here with your first warned weather. Taking a look at the bulletins in effect. Hey, Greg.
So we got quite a few right now. We got a winter storm warning going in effect for 6 p.m. to this evening just because of this first round of snow. The watch is still in effect, but it's more for tomorrow afternoon through Friday for the combination of the winds, the wind chill near blizzard conditions. We do have an advisory that goes in effect 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. for Dane County, and then more 9 a.m. eastward. That's for the first round of snow to come through late tonight, early tomorrow morning. That's more just light snow, not a wind issue as much. So that's why there's an advisory. You can pick up, 1 to 4 inches. Accumulating snow, there'll be kind of 2 rounds. And really by the time we get to Thursday evening, that's really going to be done with. We'll have some light snow maybe continuing Friday, but accumulation-wise, that's not going to be the story. It's going to be tomorrow afternoon through Saturday is the blowing and drifting, your blizzard conditions in certain areas, and those dangerous wind chills, which could get as low as 40. That'll continue through all the way through Friday and even into Saturday. So that's really the main issue with this. Here's this first line going to start coming through this late afternoon. Starts approaching southwest Wisconsin and overnight spreads eastward. That'll come through tomorrow morning. We'll have a break maybe, and then the winds pick up, and then that second round maybe towards later after Thursday into Thursday evening. Once we get to Friday, it's really just the winds as we wrap out those northwest winds. Skies actually start clearing out a little bit to the west, but it's just the blizzard type conditions will continue with those strong winds blowing that snow around. For today, we'll start climbing back up into the single digits to teens this afternoon. You'll see that first wave start to approach southwest by 5 to 6. By the time we get past evening rush, you'll probably have the snow start to spread towards Dane County and then points eastward overnight. Temperatures will continue to rise overnight too. We'll probably get near 20, but then you see the change in the wind direction right there in the morning. Winds will start picking up here early in the morning, and then by noon you start seeing the winds also increase by Dane County eastward, and then they'll just continue to increase overnight. 2 to 4 probably for tomorrow morning, maybe 1 to 2 by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. So once again, you could see some snow-covered roads, but it's just the light, fluffy stuff. The winds, that's the bigger story. They just continue to crank up. We're going to see those winds throughout the whole period, even Friday night getting to 30, maybe 35 sustained. That's not even the gust to speak of. And then the wind chills, you're looking at 20 below, 30 below, even 40 below, especially during the nighttime through Friday morning, that we could see some dangerous wind chills combination of that. So once again, certainly not to be out and about if you don't have to be during this time frame, as if you get stranded, it could be life-threatening. Once we get to Christmas, we look, the winds decrease finally, we get back to 10. Nothing like last year when we were 43 on the same date. Then we modify a little bit the following week. We get up to above freezing by New Year's with some rain or snow coming in. So we just got to get through this next 3 to 4 days, and then conditions will definitely improve.
All right, Greg, thank you. Time right now, 6:47. Ahead in the morning sprint, the latest impacts being felt by the winter storm ahead of the holiday rush.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Emerson and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Celebrate home for the holidays at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 30% off appliances like this Bosch dishwasher, now only $549. Plus special financing for 5 years, no money down. At Furniture and Appliance Mart, inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot. Start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
There's something new from Better Than Bouillon. Introducing the Culinary Collection. Chef-created flavor combinations like smoky chipotle and Italian herb that add a little something special to your family favorites. But don't take our word for it. The Culinary Collection from Better Than Bouillon.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs.
CeraVe, now the #1 dermatologist recommended skincare brand.
From big to small, Menards has it all. Finish cleaning your garage this holiday season with help from Shop Vac. This 6-gallon wet dry vac tackles the toughest messes, wet or dry. Get a 6-gallon vac for just $59.99. Save on our great selection of Rayovac batteries and stock up for everyday use or those battery-powered Christmas gifts. Save big money in all Rayovac high-energy batteries. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Never have I ever toured in a rock band.
Yep, I play a mean air guitar.
Never have I ever burnt the holiday dinner.
I have no reservations about making reservations.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item? Oh, come on.
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Celebrate home for the holidays at Ashley. Save big on furniture and mattresses with discounts from 30% off and up to 83% off on closeouts. Plus, our gift to you, free white glove delivery. Furnish your room for less than $20 a month, only at Ashley.
News 3 Now's 12 Days of Giving, presented by SSM Health.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
We start out with the latest airport travel conditions. Shane Hogan is live at Dane County Regional Airport with an update. Shane?
Hey, that's right, Josh. Yeah, right now on this Wednesday morning, all things looking good. You can see the board behind me. Everything is on time. So good news if you are traveling out of Dane County Regional today. If you're going out tomorrow or Friday, airport officials say get here early, at least an hour and a half to 2 hours before your flight. From Dane County Regional Airport, Shane Hogan, News 3 Now.
Shane, thank you. UW Madison choosing to stay open and continue operations ahead of this week's winter storm, but other system schools are choosing differently. UW Eau Claire included. They've canceled their in-person final exam scheduled for today and tomorrow. They're choosing to allow students the extra time to safely get home before the long winter break. They also say that if students are unable to change their travel plans, they'll keep the residence halls open through the week.
President Biden expected to welcome the president of Ukraine today, Vladimir Zelensky, to the White House, although the visit's not been finalized. According to 2 sources, though, the trip will coincide with the Biden administration's intent to send a new defense assistance package to the country as it fights off Russia's invasion. The sources say that the package will include U.S. Patriot missile systems.
U.S. lawmakers unveiling a massive year-long funding bill that would prevent a government shutdown. The $1.7 trillion bill would provide financial backing for federal agencies in the 2023 fiscal year. The text of the bill, which is more than 4,000 pages long, was released yesterday. The bill will need to be passed by both the House and Senate and be signed by President Biden before Friday in order to avoid a government shutdown.
The House Ways and Means Committee will release 6 years of former President Donald Trump's tax returns sometime this week. The panel received the documents after a years-long legal battle. The returns are from 2015 to 2020, which covers his time as a presidential candidate and commander-in-chief. Democrats sought the returns, saying that they were needed to evaluate an IRS program that audits presidents. 2 elderly residents died and 12 others injured when a 6.4 magnitude earthquake followed by 80 aftershocks rocked the California coastline. The U.S. Geological Survey says the earthquake hit at 2:34 Tuesday morning, leaving tens of thousands without power. A Humboldt County Sheriff's Office press conference even interrupted by one of the many aftershocks, ranging from 4.6 to 2.5 magnitude. A team of Dane County Animal Service officers rescued a coyote that had gotten stuck in the basement of a home under construction. The coyote was reportedly frozen in fear in the basement of the house that officers got to. The DO, though, worked together to get its hind end in a net and pull it to safety. After they made sure that she wasn't hurt, The grateful animal then took off back into the wild.
Well, Santa Claus can communicate with children all over the world in many different languages, but deaf and hard of hearing children have struggled to understand why they can't share their holiday wishes with Santa. For kids who are deaf and hard of hearing, this year's visit with Santa will offer a joyful new experience at the Gaylord National Resort near Washington, D.C. Deaf Santa Claus, otherwise known as Charles Graves, dons the beard, coat, and cap to allow everyone a chance to tell Santa what they want for Christmas.
The Taliban government has suspended university education for all female students in Afghanistan. The Taliban have historically treated women as second-class citizens, subjecting them to violence, forced marriages, and a near invisible presence in the country. Women in Afghanistan can no longer work in most sectors, require a male guardian for long-distance travel, and have to be ordered to cover their faces in public. Minnesota company 3M announcing it'll phase out the manufacturing of so-called forever chemicals and remove them all from products by 2025. The chemicals used in non-stick frying pans, cosmetics, and many other products can cause cancers and other health problems. They're also bad for the environment as they don't degrade over time.
Banking giant Wells Fargo has agreed to pay more than $3.5 billion to settle accusations that it charged its customers illegal fees and interest on auto loans and mortgages. The bank also accused of incorrectly applying overdraft fees against savings and checking accounts. The settlement includes a record penalty at $1.7 billion. The other $2 billion is restitution to customers.
Yeah, we have the alert day going in effect tonight, but more likely tomorrow for those high winds, low wind chills, 40 below. Travel conditions, blizzard-type conditions. Don't even forget about power outage with the weight that we have on the trees with the snow. Those type of winds could create those issues too. Once again, it's going to be a deadly time going Friday through Saturday. Something to keep in mind of. Like I said, that's the things to know. We'll have a round tonight, 1 to 4 inches tonight through tomorrow morning. No wind with this one. Still some slippery roads tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon is when the winds and the wind chills start to become the main issue as you speak of. Right now, driving-wise, actually pretty good. No things going with traffic. Weather's doing well, and no incidents to speak of too. So definitely the day to get those things taken care of. Once we get past Saturday, things will improve. Then for next week, we should modify, get back up to freezing. But definitely take note. We're going to have 3 days of pretty hazardous type of weather out there.
All right, Greg, thank you. We are back with another live update at 7:26 during CBS Mornings. Stay safe out there. We will be back right then.